Hi there. Today I would like to talk to you about victimhood and blame. So what happens when we blame someone? What we are doing is taking the onus and responsibility away from ourselves and focusing on someone else. Now, what does that do for us? Well, it isn't good. It develops feelings of powerlessness, helplessness, and disempowerment. It is the opposite of what we want to be as an enlightened, sovereign being. So blame absolves us of responsibility, makes us more dependent, codependent, helpless, powerless, and it absolves us of empowerment. And so how do you overcome this desire to blame others? Well, I used to do it, so I can give you a few pointers from my own personal perspective. Number one, when we blame someone else, we are not taking responsibility. We need to be, number one, aware. So just start to notice when you're blaming someone else instead of saying, I take full responsibility. It could be that you're late and you blame traffic for being late. Or maybe you say your dog ate your homework. Whatever it is where you are saying that someone else did it to you, it makes you a victim and then powerless and helpless, which is not what we want, right? Okay, so number one, we need to recognize it, be aware, notice it, and don't beat yourself up, right? We're looking to raise our vibration, not lower it. So number one, we want to notice it, be aware when we are blaming someone else. Also, ask yourself, what's underneath this blame? Am I feeling angry? Am I feeling like someone isn't focusing or helping me? Am I feeling that I'm just too uncomfortable to accept responsibility for this? And yes, it can feel uncomfortable to start taking responsibility for your own actions, but when you reflect on what's the purpose behind this blaming, then you may see, oh, I see it from a different perspective. I see how maybe my parents blamed everyone else. They didn't take responsibility. I'm just repeating what was taught to me in my childhood. And when we blame other people, what is it doing? Well, again, it makes us helpless and powerless, but it also makes us feel guilt, shame, helpless. Okay, so we want to reflect on what's the purpose of this blame? What am I actually doing here? And then what we want to do is cultivate compassion for ourselves, compassion for others, but compassion first for ourselves. And then we want to also recognize global thinking. When we're thinking globally, all of these people are doing this to me. All of these people, it could be a racist comment, it could be regarding a certain demographic, and so that global thinking can cause blame as well. So we want to look at the contributing factors and experiment with vulnerability. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we are opening our hearts. Heart-centered individuals are more loving and receive more love. The more that we blame others, the more angry we become. And then that anger turns into dependency as well. We're depending on other people to fix our issues. Okay, so this anger is something we need to deal with. And there are several videos here on YouTube, Kundalini meditations that will help you reduce anger. All right, so we're going to go over this one more time. So blaming other people fosters feelings of helplessness, pessimism, hopelessness, powerlessness, dependency, and it boosts anger, which we don't want. All right, so it also prevents, when we're blaming other people, it prevents empowerment, positive feelings, and self-worth. So it blaming depletes our feelings of self-worth, keeps us in a state of victimhood, which is helplessness. And here's the other thing, the biggest truth of all: the more we blame, the more we blame. We get into a pattern of victimhood and we seem to get stuck and mired in victimhood. And so blaming can cause us to continue to blame. It gets us into this downward spiral of thinking of ourselves as a victim, which makes us powerless, hopeless, and more dependent, and boosts anger. So we don't want to do that. Instead, we want to take responsibility. You know, I didn't allow enough time today, and I apologize for being late. It's totally my responsibility. And when we do that, and we start to do this on a regular basis, what does it do? It raises our vibration. It helps us become empowered. And as we take responsibility, we are stepping into sovereignty, which is where we want to live. Compassion for ourselves, compassion for others. Reduce the blame so that you are empowered, feel more worthy, less guilty, and shame-filled. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Press the bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. I'm Jennifer Elizabeth Masters. Check out my website, jenniferelizabethmasters.com, and take my quiz, Was Your Mother a Narcissist? Or download my free Transmuting Anxiety. It will help you fall asleep at night and reduce your daily anxiety. Much love. Thanks for being here.